What is hip-shoulder separation? I'm going to use PVC pipes to demonstrate it for those who aren't already familiar with it. But essentially, it's the difference in the angle between the pelvis and between the torso. So we've drawn a line through the pelvis, drawn a line through the torso, and as we begin to rotate the pelvis, now you can see there's a differential between the two. So it's this angle right here between the pelvis and between the torso. Sometimes this is actually referred to as the X factor, especially in golf, because if you look from a top view down, it looks like now an X has been created. And this is actually a misnomer too. When you think of hip-shoulder separation, we're really not talking about the ball and socket joints of the shoulder and of the hip. What we're actually talking about is separation between the pelvis and between the rib cage or the torso. So it should actually be called pelvis-torso separation, not hip-shoulder separation, because that's really fundamentally what we're talking about here. So there's a couple of different ways to create that separation. One is torso actually staying neutral and the pelvis rotating. So that's one way to create separation. That's somebody like a Garrett Cole, where his trunk is relatively neutral, not much counter rotation. He's riding relatively minimal amounts of separation, and then at the last second, he's rotating the pelvis, and that's how he creates his separation. You can also create separation from counter rotation. So here I'm also now in 45 degrees of separation. And then the third way is actually a combination of the two. So you have some pitchers who they generate more of their separation from a combination of the two. As they move forward, they rotate the hips, and they rotate the torso into counter rotation. So those are really the three ways that you'll see separation generated. It's from the top, it's from the bottom, or it's from a combination of the two.